Welcome back to the Proper Football Podcast. We are back in business, and we're going to start with the EPL newscast. So to start off, City won 2-0 against Everton. Fulham take a win, and they win 3-1 against Bournemouth. Liverpool win 3-1 against Burnley. 3 goals from all our strikers. Sheffield United comes up with a win. And they win 3-1. That's good for them. They need wins right now.
Away from home.
Yeah. You got 2-1 Brighton. Oh, sorry. You have 2-1 Spurs. And they pull off a late win. And we have Brentford and Wolves. 2-0 Brentford win.
Indeed. We have Newcastle versus Nottingham Forest. Newcastle will hold on to a win 3-2 away from home. Arsenal thrash West Ham 6-0. Absolutely crazy game. David Moyes said it was a shame.
Yeah, that was pretty bad.
And Villa lose to Man United 1-2.
Yeah, Villa. Speaking of Villa, Ali Watkins hits 150 appearances for Aston Villa.
Wow.
And he has a landmark of 50 goals for the club.
And no points for me on my fantasy this week.
No points, yeah.
Pissed me off, man.
It's okay.
But it's all good because tomorrow, at time of recording, Chelsea, Crystal Palace have not played yet. So hopefully Chelsea can get a win and get things going. But tune into that game coming up.
I think Chelsea could pull off a win.
We have to. Against Crystal Palace, they're just in bad
They
form.
just won recently. I forget who they played. It was for a cup. Was it FA Cup?
Yeah, Aston Villa, 3-0.
Oh, yeah. Bro. Chelsea, they pick and choose when to play and show up. And I think they could get a win against Crystal Palace. They've been struggling a bit, so hopefully they can do that. So what are we working with tonight? What is the first segment of the night, Kels?
Well, speaking of the Blues, Chelsea Blues, we'll talk about the new proposal of a new rule. I guess we'll call it the blue card rule. And it's, I guess, a new card other than the yellow and the red card that can be implemented. Not official now, but I think they're going to try into like the lower leagues and see how it works and how, because every time they come up with something new, they'll try in the lower leagues, see how it goes. So I guess we'll go through what the stipulations are for the blue card.
Let me know.
Let's see. I think there's 4 stipulations. Want me to read them all?
Yeah, that's fine.
Okay. All right, so the new blue card rule states a player can receive a blue card for fouls that prevent a promising attack, 1, or dissent, talking back to the referee, blah, blah, blah. Players that receive a blue card will be removed from the pitch for 10 minutes. So you go outside and you wait 10 minutes before you can come back on. So you're playing with a man down for 10 minutes, right? And then players that receive 2 blue cards or a combination of a yellow and a blue card will be shown a red card, meaning expulsion for the remainder of the game.
Yep.
Thoughts?
I think it's nonsense. I think it's pure nonsense. You're taking away of the beauty of the game, implementing these stupid rules. All right, let's just put it like this. How many players have gotten yellow cards for dissent this year? A lot.
Quite a few.
So now you're telling me it's hard for these players to adjust, to that. Now you're going to add this blue card shit, and then they're going to go sit down for 10 minutes.
See, I'm a big advocate for if it's not broke, don't fix it. I see nothing wrong with the current system we have where, you make a bad foul but not something dangerous. You get a yellow card, and then you got to, be careful for the rest of the game. Now, you're saying if I talk back or do something in the crowd, do a crazy celebration. So, what do you do when you take your shirt off for a celebration? Do we get a yellow card or a blue card for that? Is that dissent? Do I got to sit out? And now I got to think, I just got a game winner.
We just got to see during the game, they're going to run to VAR. They're going to have, miscommunication. They're just going to be throwing all types of cards.
I understand what they're trying to do here and trying to, make the game... Well, we've seen in the past few years, they're kind of advocating for more goals to be scored, making it harder for defenders, easier for attackers to score because it gets more interest in the game, more viewership, more money. We understand that side of the game. But this is just going to be confusion because, like, how can you distinguish as a referee? There's not going to be a lot of objectivity, not be a clear yes or no, black and white, where you draw the line. It's going to be pretty much opinion, which is kind of what we wanted to get away with VAR, right? VAR was supposed to be the arbiter, the last final say.
Yeah, extra protection right there. But I think it's very pointless. It's just going to cause chaos. They're already having mistakes, with VAR in place. There's already like bad yellow cards and red cards being placed, in games. And now you're going to throw a blue card where players are going to be sitting for 10 minutes. It's going to be an advantage for other teams. God forbid, you're starting a game 5 minutes, 10 minutes in the game, now you're down a man. Or it's 10 minutes left into the game, and now you're down a man. I'd rather, if I'm down a man, it has to be legit red card. All right, yeah. If that's the case, all right, we're gonna deal with the consequences. But now you're gonna put a blue card and just apply more confusion to everybody.
Because could you imagine, you get a blue card at like the 80th minute. That means for the remainder of the game, you're down a man. The opposing team can go make these attacking substitutions, especially if they're down a man, and have like an even bigger advantage because you're going to be down for the rest of the game.
Yep.
I think it's...
So, bro, the combination of a blue card and a yellow card, right? You get a red card.
Yeah.
So...
What's the point? Just pick one.
So, look, you're going to blue, yellow, and red. It's just more cards getting thrown out the pocket.
I mean, might as well just have a rainbow, like one of them things. Yeah. You just go like that and just yellow, green, blue, red, purple, all these other things, and have all these different rules.
Yeah.
Because I think it's just too much confusion, like you were saying. Like, a referee is going to just be like, is this a blue or a red? Because, for example, all the time how we see players, like, someone's about to go on a contact and just foul them on purpose in the middle of the field and get that yellow for the team.
Now you get a blue.
Now, if you do it based on the rules, what does it say here? A player can receive a blue card for fouls that prevent a promising attack.
Yeah.
That's if it's a promising attack, counterattack, boom. You get a blue card, now you're down. Now you got to think twice of, are you going to take it for the team? But I have a question. Is there any good that can come from a blue card? For example, less of these fouls that's taken away from the game, attacking side of the game, I should say. As a defender, I like that, give that foul in the middle of the field, but
yeah,
what are your thoughts?
I don't know. I don't know if it brings any good to the game, bro. Because I think, teams are going to do what they have to do regardless. Would you rather have a player come and score on a promising attack or get the blue card and find a way to hold your ground for 10 minutes?
Right. Like, if you're winning 2-1 and you either stop the guy and get a blue card and hold it for 10 minutes, or you just don't make the foul and hope he misses. Now there's a lot of, wow.
You know what I'm saying? So, I think it's just going to mess up the game. Bro, I'd rather just stick with the regular rules, bro. Just keep it as it is. Yellow card is a warning, right? And then you're on the yellow card. Just don't do it again. You know what I'm saying? But now you're going to bring all these things, like you said, more goals, more views. Like, you're taking the away of the beauty of the game,
Especially
like
the defensive part of the game.
Yeah.
Because then you can't make a tackle, bro. Mm-hmm. Especially we're seeing some of these tackles now that it goes back to VAR, and now it's a straight red for stuff that would barely be a red back in the day.
Yeah.
So, can you go back and see if something should have been a blue, should have been a yellow, should have been this, that, and the other? Can a yellow be changed into a blue? Can a blue change back to a yellow? It's all these things, and imagine somebody got a yellow for this type of tackle. Somebody did a different, the same exact tackle. The other team got a blue. The conspiracies and the stories that are going to come out of that is going to be outrageous.
Yeah, I think it's not looking like football anymore. I mean, don't they do something like that in hockey? You know what I'm saying? Like, player does something, they go into like a penalty box. And,
yeah, they're calling it the sin bin. You commit a sin, you go in the bin for 10 minutes.
Bro, why? Like, why?
We know why.
Yeah, but like they should go ask the players, do we want this? You know what I'm saying? Do you want this? Like, come on, bro.
The fans don't even want it. The players definitely don't want it. I don't see why the coaches would want it. Who is really in favor for this? It looks like the people that have financial interests in a game.
Yeah, 100%. No doubt in my mind.
And we're trying to get away from these financial fair play, unfairness and keeping things fair and right for the game. And then we go do something like this. Don't make too much sense.
So sounds like you're not for it.
I'm not for it. I'm not for the blue card because it just causes more confusion.
On top of the confusion we already have.
Confusion with VAR we already have. Like, can you imagine there's a potential VAR and they're looking at VAR, but then they're trying to decide should it be a blue or yellow. The referee said yellow, but now they're thinking it should be. I'm confused just saying.
By the time they figure out it's a blue or yellow card or red card, bro, the game's gonna be over, bro. 90 minutes are gonna pass by. There's gonna be another 90 minutes of extra time.
If the blue card gets passed, mark my words, there'll be 25 minutes extra time regular in one half. Because can you imagine the fighting, especially when it first gets passed? If it gets passed, I hope
it's a possibility
and it doesn't go. But blue card. You remember Indodor? We used to get that, or futsal.
yeah, I remember that. I mean, yo, you guys.
You gotta tell the story.
Yo,
you gotta say it.
Nah, go ahead.
Experience, bro.
Go ahead.
So many stories, man. Is there a point where if somebody gets too many blue cards in a game, like a team, can the game get stopped? Oh my days.
Bro.
Is it possible?
Yo, imagine now. Yo, I didn't even think about that. Imagine 3 players get Yo! 3 players get blue card, bro. Yo, for that 10 minutes, bro, I'm finna get my feet massage, you know what I'm saying?
Can you imagine?
Like, come on.
You get a blue card. You're out for 10 minutes. As soon as you get in, I get a blue card. Down another man. I come back in. Next player on my team. We're down a man for 30 minutes straight.
Yeah. Nah, that's too much, bro. Yeah, I didn't even think about it like that. There's so many scenarios, bro, you can think of. It's just nothing. It doesn't look good. Keep it as it is. Mm-hmm. Stop bringing confusion to the game. We love the game as it is, and soccer is it's the best sport in the world. We don't want to, make it worse for our viewers,
And we want to keep the legacy of the game. Like, we can't look at a game from 1950s and then look at a game in 2050 and feel like we're watching rugby versus American football. Mm-hmm. It shouldn't be like that. Like, even today, when we go look at these games where you can pass back to the goalie and the goalie can pick it up, that's something like it's strange to us because we never grew up on that.
Yeah.
Even the way now we can tell our kids, like, yo, I remember back when we were playing, when you started the game, you had to roll it forward, then play backwards. Now you can just one touch wherever you want to go.
Yeah.
So I think we should keep the changes to a minimum because there's no problem with the yellow and red cards right now. And it hasn't been for the past 100, 200 years, however long this game been going on.
Yeah, you're right. But, yeah, let us know what you think about this segment. Let us know what you feel about the blue card situation, if they should or should not implement the new rule. And,
let us know if you get too many
too many blue cards.
They stop the game.
I'm not for it, but hey, it is what it is, bro.
How long we're in agreement. Sounds good.
All right. Now we're going to talk about Bayern Leverkusen versus Bayern Munich. And score, obviously, we know the score line, 3-0.
I'm not for who you think may have won.
Yeah, but in most recent times, you would think Bayern Leverkusen has the better chance of winning the game. I mean, before the game, they had them like at a probability of like 43% to win.
Leverkusen.
Yeah.
They were the favorites.
Yeah. And they were playing at home, right?
Yeah, they were playing at home. First versus second. First place, Bayern Leverkusen versus Bayern Munich. Second place, and I heard that this is the best start for a second place team. 50 points, Bayern Munich, at this stage of the competition.
Wow.
50 points. 50 points at this stage is not bad at all. Look at the English Premier League. Anybody at 50 points right now? I think they're all in the 40s, no?
I believe so.
So for second place to be
Actually,
50,
no, Liverpool's up there. I think they got maybe like 53-ish. Let's see.
Oh, wow.
Liverpool has 54 points.
Wow.
City and Arsenal have 52.
So there you go. Crazy in the Bundesliga, I should say. But it's a question of are Leverkusen overperforming or Bayern underperforming, and I think it's none of them are true. I think Bayern Leverkusen is playing what they're playing because their system, and then Bayern Munich is just playing a team that's not.
They're overperforming too. You know what I'm saying?
You think so?
I think they're overperforming because of last year. You know, Xavi coming in and shaping that team to. You know, what were they like in like 17th place or something like that? 16th, 17th? And now, like, how fast that they've climbed up to first place. I think they're overperforming, but there's no problem with it.
Yeah, I mean, unbeaten in 30 games, now 31. Only team in Europe to do that in the top 5 leagues. I think just Bayern is playing a Leverkusen side that, you know, they're not doing specifically bad. I mean, look at Harry Kane with like 21 goals or something like that.
24.
24 goals.
24 goals, and like that game specifically, nowhere to be found.
Nowhere
Shadow
to be found.
Shadow, but I don't think it's a problem with him. I think it's a problem with the team.
Yeah.
Just the overall build-up play. Like, they had most of the possession throughout the game, but the build-up play was horrible. There was no purpose when they had the ball. They couldn't complete certain passes. They changed their system with 3 defenders in the back. What was it, a 3-4-2-1? Same formation that Bayern Leverkusen plays.
And Bayern Leverkusen been playing this the whole season.
Yes.
Not something new.
Yes. And it just showed how good Leverkusen is in that formation, how bad, you know, Bayern is in that formation. Like, just stick to what you know.
Right.
You know, play with the wing backs, you know, that you play with. They have more options for center backs, which is good. You know, switching up, you know, formations and tactics in a big game like this is pretty bad because Bayern Leverkusen, they know what they're doing. They know who to pass it to every time they get the ball, bro. Like, it's like the players already know where the other players are going to be. They always can pass it back. They always can pass it forward. They always can pass it sides. You know what I'm saying? Like, they have options every chance they get.
Yeah, that is true because I know in the training ground, Xabi Alonso has them just drill it into their mind. When someone on this, it doesn't matter who it is, it can be the left back, whoever's playing in the left back position, when the ball is here, you better be lined up in this formation so this player has options to go here, here, and here.
Yeah.
And it keeps the opposition moving. Sometimes I heard Pep Guardiola say this. He said, we don't play the ball backwards sometimes so that we can move the ball. We play the ball backwards so we can move the opposition.
Yeah.
And that's exactly what you want to do. You want to find the spaces, and especially this quirky formation that Leverkusen plays. You can see that it looks a little funny on paper, but it works. You know, they play that 3 in the back and fast, strong center backs. That's what you need. They play out the back and they let the outside backs do their thing. We saw Stanisic play against Bayern Munich, his parent club. He's on loan over there. He left Munich so that he can go play in Leverkusen more game time, and it's looking like he's getting less game time now. Because he would have been playing right back now. Like, they just bought a right back, Sasha Bowie, to get more game time in there. Maybe Stanisic would have played, but I'm sure he's happy with his decision, sitting in first.
I wouldn't be too mad if you're sitting in first right now. He scores a goal today. Maybe, you know, he gets more minutes after that. You know what I'm saying? But for his goal, like, there was a counterattack that built up, and they were like replaying the counterattack, and then all you see is him score a goal. I was like, you couldn't even see the build-up, and then you had to go back and see the replay.
And that just shows you where Bayern's mentality was. They were like all over the place, not focused, not poised, not on their toes, ready for anything that can happen. They were kind of just laggy-gagging through the match.
Dude, that ball went through Pumacano's legs, and then it went across, Dyer and Kim. So, like I said, the way that they move the ball is with purpose. It's not, they had less possession, but every time they had the ball, it was nice to see. Like, if you love soccer, you want to watch Bayern Leverkusen play, because they're an exciting team to play. Watch.
Yeah, and after that goal, what I saw was the game just opened up a lot more for Bayern Leverkusen.
Yes.
I think before that first goal, Bayern had more possession. They would press a little bit more. They weren't completing all their passes, but they did have a few chances in the beginning. That goal went in for Leverkusen, and it's like, game on. This is exactly what we needed. We need this game to open up so that we can play through our midfielders and our wingers and all this other stuff. And that's where Bayern Munich really started to struggle. I saw Musiala just get closed down. Every time he touched the ball, Xhaka or somebody on him couldn't do anything. Harry Kane forgot he was playing, like you were saying. He had to come into the midfield a lot of times to even touch the ball.
And Xhaka's not one of the fastest guys on the ball. He was able to, drop in and receive a ball. Like you said, going into challenges, applying good passes forward. You know what I'm saying?
One thing that didn't make sense to me is, you're playing three in the back. How you getting hit on the counter every single time? Shouldn't that give you more defensive stability? Especially if you're playing two midfielders in the middle too. It's not like you have a lack of midfielders in the middle of the park.
Mm-hmm.
You have three defensive backs that are proper center backs. You shouldn't be getting hit on the counter. I was just so confused time after time after time. What was going on?
I think it comes down to not playing that formation on a consistent basis and playing a team that plays that formation all the time.
Mm.
So it didn't matter how good the team sheet looks. Team sheet looks really good on paper, but do they do it often? Nah. It hurt them that game, and it looked like Bayern Leverkusen had 3-4 extra guys on the field.
That's true. Maybe Bayern Munich had a blue card.
Yeah, facts. Maybe a couple.
2 or 3. Yeah. But speaking of starting lineups, I mean, I was looking at the starting lineups for both teams, and both teams had strong teams, but they could have put out some stronger teams. Do you think it was more down to tactics or just unavailability of certain players? I mean, we can start with Bayern Munich. How did they look on starting lineup, you think?
I think they look pretty strong. I feel like the only guy, let's see, looking at their team sheet, the Light is on the bench. I don't know why.
That's one thing. Dyer started. Eric Dyer, brand new player, not used to the league. Not the fast guy at all. I wouldn't have started 3 in the back. That's the first thing. I probably would have started 2 in the back. I heard De Ligt is kind of struggling this year. But to have Dyer over De Ligt was
I feel like
crazy.
Dyer didn't do too bad, though. He had, maybe a missed header in the beginning of the match. Obviously, we know he's slow on the ball, but I think he did pretty good, back there. But I would choose, De Ligt based on experience and being on a team a little longer against, a team that hasn't been beaten in a long time.
And they're rivals. This is your club rivals. I mean, anytime Liverpool versus Man U, Chelsea versus Arsenal, you're not gonna go play your academy players. You're gonna go play the best players you got. Even with the outside back situation with Bayern Munich, I saw 2 right backs playing outside back. You have Rafael Guerrero right there sitting on the bench. Why not start him at left back? An attacking left back at that. Pavlovic, 19-year-old at Bayern Munich, playing center mid when you have Joshua Kimmich, one of the best defensive mids in the world.
But I don't think he was the problem that game.
He wasn't the problem.
He wasn't the problem.
He wasn't, but who were the game changers? Who were the ones
I know
that
what you mean.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You want to start the game off on the right foot. That's who I would have started.
Mazraoui, I think he did pretty okay. I would have still started him, but like you said, I put Guerrero, left back, and then put Mazraoui right back.
I like Bowie. I like Sasha Bowie.
He is a right back,
right.
And he was kind of out of his element, you know what I'm saying? He wasn't playing right back, he was playing on the left side.
And he just came to the league, just got
on a team. If you're going to put him on a team sheet, maybe just put him, a traditional right back position that he always plays because he's new to the league. He has to adapt too. Frimpong didn't start. He came in actually and scored towards the end of the game. So just tells you, how many weapons Leverkusen has.
And Leverkusen had some players out.
Yeah.
Boniface,
yeah.
gone.
Injured right now.
Center mid.
Palacio.
Yes, Palacio wasn't on the bench. Maybe he's injured, right?
Yeah, but Andrick played really good.
Yeah, the
He's
tall white
that,
guy.
Yeah,
number 8.
Yeah, he's the one that provided the first assist.
He's good.
You had Tella start. I thought he
played for Burnley last year, bro.
Wow.
I think he played for Burnley or somewhere in the second
check
division.
I don't even know. I don't even know this guy.
I remember him.
Yeah, Burnley.
Yeah.
Played for Burnley.
Yeah, I saw it and I was
so,
like, yo, he's on Leverkusen.
Bro.
Good scout.
I wouldn't have known, but he had a really good display. Yep. And then you had Hoffman on the bench. He's probably the guy that you want to start most games. He came in towards the end, but that just shows you it's not a matter of who plays, it's how we play.
System.
And Bayern Leverkusen got it down. Xabi Alonso, he ran onto the field and he wanted the rest of his coaching staff to go with him. So it just shows unification. You know what I'm saying? And I think that's what was bringing the club, longer.
I saw that, and the biggest word I can think of was leadership. That's how you lead from the front. You put all your players, your staff, in front and let them get the limelight and the spotlight and all the praise while you sit back and do your job. And that's something you definitely want to see, especially as a young coach and knowing that already. You'll learn as a player, but to actually do it, knowing something and doing something, two different things. So I'm happy to see that.
Yeah, but also those coaches, they also go unnoticed.
Right.
So it's good that they're getting the recognition because there's no way it's just Xabi Alonso. It's a whole, a whole team.
And I think that part at the end of the game, it was a good representation and symbolization of how they treat each other on and off the pitch. I saw players losing the ball on the pitch for Leverkusen, and people would run back for their players. And I was like, yo, I got your back. I'm going to go win this back for you.
When you got someone like that on your team, I don't know, in the past I could speak, when we used to play. If I'm playing with someone that has that type of energy, bro, fam, I don't care if I'm tired or I'm not. I'm going to go and give it 110%.
Now imagine 10 other players playing with you on the field that all have the same mentality.
You're going to win a lot of games.
And then you have the coaching staff that's fighting for each other that may not get the spotlight, but they're still going to run through a brick wall for you.
Yeah.
So it's a different type of thing. And Grimaldo, I want to definitely talk about Grimaldo.
Yo, Grimaldo, great shot. But let's talk about how many goals and assists this guy has this season as a left wing back. 10 goals and 11 assists.
How much they buying for?
No idea.
$3.99. Free transfer from Benfica.
Really?
Swear.
No way.
Free transfer from Benfica. Bayern Leverkusen bought him. Not bought him. Signed him for free.
Yeah.
And you said 11 goals, 10 assists?
10 goals and 11 assists.
10 goals, 11 assists. That's outright for a left back.
Yeah. And then you got Frimpong with 8 goals and 10 assists. They sound like attacking mids to me.
And if you watch, you'll see that they play sort of an attacking mid role. When Frimpong came on, he played attacking mid. And Grimaldo over here shooting the ball like he's Lionel Messi with all the power in his left foot. Seen that corner kick he tried to take?
Yeah.
Nah, this guy's audacious.
Yeah.
The guys don't have respect for his neighbors, bro.
I guess Neuer.
Manuel Neuer, bro. I know he didn't like that, man. But congrats to a 3-0 win for Leverkusen, and Munich is going to have to catch up.
Yeah, you would think it's a good advantage for them because they just beat the team that's running for first place too, and now they have a 5-point gap.
Right.
And the way that they're playing, you would think that's a big gap. I don't see them losing. I don't see them drawing anytime soon. I just see them continuing the process and going as far as they can and winning the league. And I like the concept. Bayern, they're like 10 leagues in,
Yeah,
like
10
10 in a row. Let some newcomers come in and win the league. And I'm not talking about just new like regular teams like to come in, like have a real proper team and come and win the league, you know?
Yeah, not like we never saw this coming. Like they're not even playing good, but they're winning.
Yeah.
Someone that came in like Xabi Alonso has a new system and is rocking the league.
Yeah. So like, with that being said, you know, Xabi Alonso, he wins the league. You know, there's a big chance that he may end up leaving and going to another club. If I'm Xabi Alonso, I think I'd stay.
I think so. At least another year.
Cause just seeing like, you know,
what you built,
the steps, you know, gradually, like you're climbing up. Yo, next maybe it might be Champions League. Low key, why not? They got the players.
They do. They do have the players.
They're at risk of losing a player too. You know what I'm saying? Because if you got players playing, you know, high quality football, you know, it comes with a price tag too. You know, if let's be real, what's his name, Grimaldo, you got him for free. I would keep him. But imagine if some club comes and says, "Yo, we will give you 80 for him."
And at
He's
the same
worth
time,
80.
What if this player has a dream to play for Manchester United, Real Madrid, Barca, these big teams? What he came from Barca, but like, you know, these players have dreams. That's why Gundogan left Man City, not because he didn't like Man City, but he has a dream of playing for Barca. Lewandowski, same thing. So, you know, it's all a bunch of stuff. Because no one's thinking I want to play for Leverkusen unless you were born and raised there.
Yeah. You know? But also, I mean, if you're part of the process too, it's a beautiful story. You know. You know, for the players, if I'm part of that team, I'd want to stay. You know, you win the league.
Right.
Now you could go in for another one. You have confidence of winning another one. And now you're a dangerous team in the Champions League. Right now, they're in the Europa League.
Europa, yeah.
Exactly. So now they go into the Champions League next year, 100%. Yeah, I like the concept, man. I think Xabi should stay, but there's going to be a lot of noise of him maybe leaving because, you know, there's a couple clubs in need of a new manager.
We'll have to wait and see, brother.
Yeah. Last segment of the night, we have the Asian Cup final, and we're going to talk about the AFCON final too now, just because we found out the result and we know who the winners are. So we're going to talk about the Asian Cup final first. Asian Cup final. Qatar wins it again.
Again, against Jordan, which, let's be real, when we're looking at the standings, we didn't see Qatar or Jordan in the final, let alone Qatar winning it. We probably had some of the favorites like South Korea, probably in the final, Japan, maybe Australia.
Yo, and looking at the bracket right now, quarterfinal, South Korea is still in it. They beat Australia. But Japan, they lose 2-1 to Iran.
Wow.
They could have met in the final. There was a big chance of them meeting in the final.
Japan and South Korea.
Yes, if they just pulled through. So, yeah, I feel like they were the two top favorites of the tournament. And, yeah, they got knocked out. But now you got to talk about Jordan and Qatar. Jordan surprised me. I think they have some good quality players on their team. They beat South Korea 2-0 to go to the final.
Yes, teams like that play together, and like they're not gonna have this star name or anything like that, but they're gonna play together, similar to some other teams we've seen in different competitions where, you know, might not know any of these guys' names, but when you see them play together, it's like they've been playing with each other forever.
Yeah.
The chemistry is there, so that's how they beat these big teams.
Yeah, so you get a hat trick in the Asian Cup final, Hafif, and it's all PKs.
Akram Afif. The guy, man, I only saw him on FIFA and didn't even know if he was a real guy until I seen the Asian Cup final. It happens every 4 years, and like you said, a hat trick of PKs.
Yeah, low key, bro. In FIFA, like when I'm playing manager mode, I go in, I check, you know, the free agency, And
First day.
And I try to pick up a few guys that maybe I could offload the following season and get some profits. You know,
there's another Mexican guy that everybody gets.
There's Vega over there.
Vega, that's his name.
There's a few Mexican guys that be over there too. I can't come up with all the names right now.
But FIFA's definitely one of them.
Yeah, FIFA's always up there. But no, low key, when I play with him in FIFA, he's actually good. Like, he's fast.
Is he better in real life or in FIFA?
Yo, I guess he's both. Because, you know, if you're getting 8 goals in a competition, that should say something too. So 4 PKs in the tournament. It is what it is, but he knocks them all down.
8 goals, that's crazy.
So, you know, after a display like that, maybe he gets called up into a new, you know, team. But I know he plays in Qatar, and his team's in first place.
Yeah, I mean, Qatar's doing it big, hosting the World Cup. Now, Asian Cup winners, winning it back-to-back, 2019 and... Was it 2019 or 2020?
2019, I want to say.
And now this year, so 2 in a row. Afif, the star man, obviously. Wow. Congrats to Qatar with the 3-1 finish against Jordan. Jordan, congrats to you guys for going this far because not many really predicted for you guys to go this far. So congrats to you guys and congrats to all the players that even participated because, you know, these tournaments aren't guaranteed. You got to qualify. You got to be good enough to even make it in there. So, you know, I guess we have to wait another 4 years for the Asia Cup.
Yes.
4 more years. Any predictions?
No.
FIFA another hat trick?
No, I don't know. But, yeah, Qatar, 3-1 win. And now they add another trophy into their cabinet.
That is true.
So we got AFCON. So Ivory Coast.
Against?
Nigeria.
In the final.
Yep.
And before we get into the result, let's kind of give the pathways of how each team kind of went in.
For what I could remember, Ivory Coast almost got knocked out.
Yeah.
And they were third in the group. And look at this. They were in the same group. They played in the same group.
As Nigeria. Nigeria and Ivory Coast in the same group.
Same group. So
who's in the group?
You had Guinea, you had Ivory Coast, was this Equatorial Guinea, and Nigeria. Yeah, they come out that group based on luck. I seen a video of some of their fans going crazy. Like they were like very disappointed in Ivory Coast's group stage display.
Ivory Coast, like we know them as one of the strong teams in Africa.
Yeah,
coming from Drogba, Yaya Toure, all these guys, to come in third in your group was very disappointing. Like you're saying,
and
the fans
you know, you're hosting the AFCON too, so it doesn't look too well. You know, to the country, you know what I'm saying, and the people that are showing up for you, but they somehow find a way to, you know, advance in the tournament, and you know they beat Senegal, one of the favorites, I would say, of the tournament in penalty shootouts. But, yeah, they make it all the way to the final, and they beat Nigeria 2-1. And you got goals from Haller and, what was it, Frank Kessie? Yo, it's a big one, bro. It's a big one.
That's huge. That's huge for them.
Oh, yeah, the coach got sacked during the tournament. So, yo, your coach getting sacked during the tournament, and then you're finishing off with a win.
Does he get a medal?
Not sure.
Does he get a medal? He has to.
I don't think so, bro.
He got them to qualify to the knockout stage.
Yeah, I guess so. I mean,
come on, that's only fair.
Yeah, I mean, if you're him, do you want the medal, bro?
Yeah, give me my medal.
Nah, chill. I'm all set, bro. You got rid of me. I don't want the medal.
I want the medal for the competition. It's not coming from the actual guy, but. Frank Kessie, first Ivory Coast national to score in the final. Sebastian Haller, which is crazy, 2 years ago, got diagnosed with testicular cancer, out for almost a year, not being able to play at all. Now he's winning his team, his nation, the AFCON, scoring a game winner.
Yeah, yeah. I think this one was a toss-up, though, because I feel like Nigeria could have had a better tournament, too. You know what I'm saying? Watching a few games, I don't think they played more so as a team at points. But, you can't, hide from the fact that they have a crazy team on paper.
Osimhen, Lookman.
Yep.
All these guys, indeedy. This guy, Trust Ekong. What's his name? Is that his name? Trust Ekong? William Trust Ekong? Scoring. Scored a header today. Scored the game-winning PK. All those. The captain.
Word.
Guy.
Oh, yo.
Rio Ferdinand.
Is actually, I guess he's making a lot of noise, and he might go to Saudi.
Wow.
Yeah. There's a lot of clubs that are looking out for him right now, and
I wonder where he plays right now.
he might go. I'm not too sure where he plays, but let's see. Inacho, on the bench. You know what I'm saying? I don't know if you remember Musa.
Musa.
Yeah, bro, on the bench. But you also had guys that were on a team like Boniface at one point, but he had to leave due to injury.
Yeah, unfortunate events, man. Look at this right here. I found this kind of crazy. The coach that they brought in, I'm gonna say his name. I'm not sure. So the coach that they fired, his name was Jean-Louis Gasset, the light-skinned guy. They fired him before they knew that was gonna advance. Do you think they would have kept him if they knew they were gonna advance? They must have.
Yeah, no, bro. Where do you hear a coach getting sacked during a tournament? That's I don't know if that's ever happened, but that's kind of wild to me.
I've never seen that happen in like a national team thing. I've seen it in like club soccer.
Yeah.
So
but you continue to go on into the next round, you get sacked. It's kind of wild.
Happened to Julian Nagelsmann.
Oh wow, didn't know that.
Last year in Champions League.
Yeah.
They brought in Thomas Tuchel middle of the season.
Oh.
Middle of the Champions League, they had to face Man City. They lost anyway.
Oh yeah, that is true. Yep.
So they scraped through to the round of 16 and brought in the new coach. I'm gonna try to say his name, Emerse Faye, who had never managed a senior game of football. 4 games later, he wins his first trophy.
How the hell do you do that?
That's crazy.
How the hell do you do that? That's real life FIFA.
Managing most stuff, man. Wow.
Has he ever even played or
that? I don't know.
Because I'm not gonna lie, that name doesn't ring any bells.
Oh, never heard of the guy. Emerse Faye.
Shoot, after that, bro,
we got hope.
He's finna stay there now.
Nah, he has to. He's a hero.
Yeah.
What can you say? He is an absolute. He played for Nice and Nantes.
Mm-hmm.
Wow.
Bet.
Outrageous. And Reading. Played in Reading.
But no, I mean, Ivory Coast looks really good on paper, bro.
Yeah.
They have guys on the bench that, we know.
Let me hear him.
That like Pepe.
Nicola Pepe, yeah.
Yeah, so Pepe, bro, he was supposed to be, something different. He went to Arsenal.
Starboy.
High,
he was supposed to be soccer.
Price point. Oh yeah, 100%. Yeah, this team, bro, great team, bro. You got players that play in the Premier League. You got guys that play in Saudi. Saudi. Kessie and Fofana. Fofana's a great player.
Jean-Michael Seri in the middle. I mean, that midfield is good. Fofana, Jean-Michael Seri, and Kessie. Phew, that's strong, bro.
Yeah, and then you got Aurier on the right hand side. My boy from Bayern Leverkusen. How do you pronounce his name? Kusunu. Yeah, Bayern Leverkusen player.
Good center back. Ndika.
Oh yeah.
He plays in Germany too.
Oh, he does.
Like Frankfurt, I believe.
Oh yeah, I think his name rings a bell too. I don't know. Yeah. Yep. Yeah. Liverpool looking at him at one point. Yo, they got a good team.
Yeah, bro. Well-deserved win, man. From almost getting knocked out to winning the whole thing.
It's a good storyline.
Having that host nation support, too, is going to be a great help. So,
yep.
Congrats to both squads. I know Nigeria's going to be going home. Really sad because they were the favorites. After all the favorites got knocked out, I guess they just left it for last to get knocked out, which is unfortunate.
Yeah.
But, hey.
Sad. Nigeria, last time they won African Cup of Nations was in 2013.
Wow.
And then Ivory Coast won it in 2015. So their African Cup is every couple of years.
Every 2 years, yeah. So they were due for one. Especially with like Senegal dominating and things like that. But yo, Ivory Coast, man, kind of crazy. I don't know, it could have went anyway, but I really thought Nigeria would have pulled through. But congrats, Costa Marfin, as we would say in Creole.
Yeah, congrats, man. I'm just still sad because,
Yo, what if we?
The woulda, coulda, shoulda.
Now you got me sad.
The woulda, coulda, shoulda. It is what it is. I think when Cape Verde goes to the training ground now, they're gonna be taking penalties for training because I can't let that go. Can't let it go, man. If we just win the game, regular time,
that means we go to PKs with Nigeria, just like South Africa.
Yo, you don't know that. You don't know that.
Or
win it. But there was a lot of PKs in this African Cup of Nations. So, we just didn't have it in our repertoire. So, congrats to Ivory Coast.
And that's all, folks. Catch us next week. It's going to be an incredible, incredible episode. Until next time.